Hello, 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 everyone. Happy New Year. Welcome to the wine review. I'm Ryan, the wine guy.
And I'm Sean.
And today we're going to be reviewing Line Check Syrah. It's very important because they make a long line of wines, pun not intended. They make Syrah. They make a Cabernet Sauvignon, which I may have reviewed. I don't remember, but I know I've tried it. They make a Petite Syrah. I'm sure they make a couple whites as well, but be sure to get the regular Syrah 2015 vintage. Let's see. Doesn't really say anything on the back. It is from Paso Robles, thing of California. You're looking at a 14.8% alcohol by volume.
Delicious.
And you're looking at about, I want to say, it's probably, this one's probably $15 or $16 bottle. I think their cab's a little bit more expensive, but this one I'm pretty sure ranges just a little bit under 20. So we're going to go ahead and first I'm going to take a look at the pretty opaque wine. Very, very dark wine. Really, really dark purple.
Garnet. Okay.
Yeah, very. Now we've had this open for a while. We actually had this with dinner, which I recommend doing that. Syrahs especially can be a little bit more heavier, a little bit more bitier, and they tend to be something that is best with food. After it opens a little bit, you should be safe, but on the nose there's definitely some spices. There's a little bit of black pepper on there. Nice mixture of red and dark fruits. There's some cherries in there, like a dark cherry, like a sour dark cherry, but then there's also some plum notes in there. Kind of getting some strawberry.
Yeah, I can smell it.
Just a mild oak influence. Nothing major, nothing too major about the oak influence is sticking out, I would say. I would say just a slight touch of tobacco now that it's been opened a little bit. A little bit of chocolate notes on there. Some herbal notes, vegetable notes, I guess is what you would maybe call them, some vegetable notes. A little bit of earth notes as well. Now, I'm liking this a lot better than I did. So if I would have reviewed this about an hour and a half ago and I opened it up, I probably would have given this, I'm going to tell you right now, I probably would have given this a 3 stars just based off of how it was. So we're going to see whether that's changed. So I'm going to let you know what my rating would have been an hour and a half ago, which was 3, and see if it's changed. Because I usually, when I do my reviews, sometimes I try not to do them right away. I try to wait a little bit, but I think I'm going to start getting into these point in my reviews where I'm going to tell you what I got initially at the start. So about an hour and a half ago, I kind of got a real just weird smell. It kind of smelled like almost that this may have been a corked wine. Maybe it had been going bad. Smelled a little old, a little musty. And I'm thinking maybe that's just because it just needed to open up a little bit. That mustiness is gone. I'm not getting that. I'm getting more of what I just told you. A lot more of that is being pronounced. So let's go ahead and try and see what we think. Oh yeah, a lot more fruit forward flavors. A lot more of that dark fruit, a little bit of red fruit mixed in there.
A lot of spice.
There is a lot of spice.
A lot of spice.
There is a lot of spice in there, but you expect that from a Syrah. As I said, it's Syrahs are a higher, usually always higher in alcohol, kind of like a red Zinfandel. Usually much higher in alcohol because they're much usually a sweeter grape. So naturally they produce higher alcohol, and they also tend to be more spicy, more spice influence, more robust, more of that chocolate, black pepper sort of range that you get, which is what you're getting in here. I am getting that little mild notes of that chocolate, a little bit of that oak influence, along with the spice. And it's not just the spice that I'm getting; it is a lot of the vegetable taste that I'm getting. So by vegetable, I mean like green pepper, a little bit of tomato in there, almost as if you're just imagining picking vegetables fresh from your garden. You sort of have that garden sort of flavor and that garden sort of smell in the wine a little bit. Very, very unique, and I must say I'm liking it a lot more now than I did about an hour and a half ago. I would say, well, probably almost 2 hours ago at this point. I am liking it a lot more. I think it's really had time to sort of open up with the fruit that's playing a big role now, and the spice is playing a big role, but having it be so that I do tend to notice that the finish is sort of leaving with this definitely a dry finish, but it's leaving it to the point where it's not totally bone dry where I'm thirsty, but it's leaving it to the point where it is as if I had just had some sort of hefty dinner, like maybe I've had a hefty steak or a big juicy hamburger. I'm sort of left with just this meaty taste left in the mouth. That's kind of what I'm getting with this, where as before I felt like the finish just was very I can't even really tell you how I thought the finish before. I just kind of thought it was funk. So I'm liking this a lot better. Man, because it is a 2015, and that's what I'm saying. Like for it to be 2015, there would really be no reason to suggest that it would be corked already, especially being a Syrah and Syrahs, heavy grapes, something that you could age for a little bit of time. So I definitely think maybe this just is still a little bit young. It hasn't truly opened up yet with it being in the bottle.
Which is actually funny because that's contrary to what you said before, right?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Before I thought maybe this was corked. Now there are reasons why wines go corked other than them being old. Not being properly bottled. You could have a cork that maybe didn't necessarily get all the way in there, and there's been air getting into it, which could cause, and frankly, that's sometimes is what happens. That's usually another reason why if something's corked is because of that. It could have to do with something that happened during handling, um, shipping and handling. I mean, again, maybe something happened. Maybe there got a little. I mean, the whole bottle would probably have had to have broke if that were to be the case, but or maybe it was bottled like that. There are plenty of times that maybe the wine itself was just not good in general, and it got bottled and it got bottled bad. So there's a lot of reasons why. Um, I just think that this hasn't truly opened up yet. It's definitely a lot better than, like I said, keep repeating myself. But I'm giving it a 4 now. It's gone up a whole star. I'm giving it a 4. I'm truly appreciating it a lot more now. It's opened up. It's brought different perspectiveness into it. So I think keep that in mind when you buy this. Have it over the course of a few hours and see what you think. See how it changes. I don't know what you think, Sean. Do you notice a change at all from 2 hours ago?
Yeah, a little bit. I think it's the flavors have become more vibrant. So
Okay. Yeah.
so I can differentiate. You have a good palate though, because even back then you were pulling stuff out that I'm still trying to pull out now.
Right. Well, I've had a lot more wines in my past 3 years of my life, and I've really started to get into wine. Maybe actually 4 years ago, I guess, really. But anyway, I'm gonna give this a 4 out of 5. I don't know what you care to give it, Sean.
No, I'll just do a 3, solid 3.
Solid 3.
Sure, why not?
Easy 3. So simple, it's easy to drink, but you can take it or leave it.
Oh yeah,
Okay.
that is definitely what this is.
No.
Before it was going to be a 2.5.
We'll probably next time you see us together, I'll probably do a white wine that we can do. And I know I keep saying I'm going to do a whiskey review. I know that's coming. Please be patient. I keep saying next time, and next time it's always a wine. But just bear with me, okay? Bear with me. I've got quite a few uploads if you're watching on YouTube. I've got uploads from the past. At this point is pretty moot to bring up because some of them were from the holidays. So I'm going to try to bring the non-holiday videos that I've done and put them up. Or maybe just say, you know what, this is the first one of the year, and leave the other ones for another time, and try to really at least do 1 or 2 reviews a week for you all. Get back to myself. So anyway, 4 stars for me, Ryan the Wine Guy. 3 stars for
Me, Sean.
And again, happy New Year. I mean, it's still a weekend, and it's the first time you're all seeing me, so I guess I can still get away with saying Happy New Year. And until the next video, cheers.